It may look like I'm here to play some tennis, but I'm actually here to show you one of the coolest compact campers here, so you better hold on tight because this inside of this camper is going to blow you away. Let's go take a look. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Miles with Firmly Unbound, and we are here at Blue Compass RV in Dallas, Texas today, taking a look at this Forest River Flagstaff E-Pro 20 FKS. Now, if you've been around on my channel for the past 6 months or so, you know I have been raving about how much I love the Flagstaff E-Pro and Rockwood Geo Pro lines. Those are basically brother-sister lines with two different exterior colors, but are essentially the same thing. And this E-Pro here is a great example of why I love this line so much, and there's a lot to talk about, so let's get into it. But real quick, we're going to take a look at the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen real fast. This camper here unloaded is right around 4,000 pounds, so very lightweight, and your length on it is only, where'd it go, 21 feet 2 inches. So very compact, easy to tow, definitely half-ton towable, and even towable by larger SUVs. And then your cargo carrying capacity is going to be a little bit over 1,000 pounds on it with a 570 pound hitch weight or so, give or take. So I think with my Tundra, this is a perfect size camper for this truck. This is not going to overload it. It's not going to be too long for it. I think this is right in that range of something I would find to be an ideal fit for my truck, which makes this something in contention that I'm actually looking at for myself. Now, there's a lot of things on this E-Pro that make it really, really nice for the price range that it is in. I'm gonna point out a couple quick things before we go inside, but some things on it are gonna be like the molded fiberglass front cap that you have up front here, an automotive grade windshield. You have slam latch baggage doors instead of plastic clips on the outside, frameless windows, which is almost impossible to find on this size travel trailer. This is one of the only brands that will offer something like that, giving it more of a sleek look. You have two solar panels up on the roof, as you can see there. And then it has an awning that stretches almost the entire length of the camper. You have an outdoor kitchen, electric stabilizers, solid steps going in and out, lots of great quality 12-volt heat pads on your water tanks to keep your water tanks warm, another very premium feature. So many great things to talk about. Friction hinge door, so this thing doesn't just slam shut on you in the wind. But not only that, it also gives you a clip as well and a protector there so it doesn't slam into the sidewall. So many different measures that are going into just making this a really high quality camper. As we step inside, you can see some of the different build characteristics on here. So I'll give you a chance to look at that. You can pause the video and read through these, but we'll talk about a lot of these as we go inside. It does have a composite panel sidewall construction. You have a screenshot there, so that screen door will automatically close behind you. This is a great feature if you're walking out of your camper with your arms full and you can just hit that little spot with your elbow or something like that. You know that screen door will close behind you so bugs don't come flying in. You also have your privacy shade on this entry door window, which does close from the top down. So we love that. That is exactly how that should be done. And then as we step inside, y'all, this layout is just phenomenal. I love it. Right when you walk inside, you have your controls here. This is the motion activated light. One thing that I noticed right away that I haven't seen too common and just saw now, you actually have a power switch for your fridge. Because this is a 12-volt refrigerator, this is the first one I've seen that is giving you the option to actually kill the power going to the refrigerator if you would like, which I think is a really great touch that they added on there. You have your water heater controls. It is a gas and electric water heater. You have your 12-volt tank heater controls there, slide-out controls, awning controls, and then your 30-amp solar charge controller for your solar power going to the batteries. To the right when we step in, you have outlet there, safety light as you're walking in and out, and you have your fire extinguisher. And then we can see the exact specs on this. Dry weight on this camper is 4,013 pounds and is 21 feet 2 inches long, exactly like what it said on the online literature. Cargo carrying capacity on this is actually 947 pounds. Okay, as we walk inside. Now, this here has right away a huge slide out box here that holds the fridge and this sofa. And again, we have to keep in mind this is a compact camper, but what I think is so cool about this is this has the versatility of working for a couple, a single person, or even a family with 1 or 2 kids. And I'll explain in a minute as we walk back, but let's start up front where you have this amazing front kitchen. I mean, come on, that is just a great looking space here in this area. Barreled ceiling, so your ceiling height is going to reach about, I would say probably 6'8" at its peak or so, give or take. I wish I had my tape measure with me, but I don't today, unfortunately. But around 6'8" or so, where this drops down, you're probably going to be about 6'6" where the AC is. And then this AC is not ducted through the camper, so it's just a dump down AC. It'll shoot out both ends, and that is your Coleman Mach AC. That will also be a pretty quiet AC there, but it'll be a little bit noisy. You'll hear it, but it's not going to be super loud where you have to yell over it. Up front, you have this storage here. You have this netting here for storage up above the kitchen space, so that goes all the way across. And then you get the nice windshield up front. It does have a pull-down blackout shade with magnets that catch that. So you can see here, those magnets will hold that in place. Such a nice function with those magnets there to hold that up against the window. Two different power tower things here, that, for lack of a better term. Two outlets, USB and USB Type-C connection, and a wireless charging pad on top. So when you drop that down, wireless charging pad now. Same thing there. Doesn't have a super big sink, but it looks like a 12-inch by 12-inch stainless steel sink here in the middle. And because they went with a smaller sink, that is going to give you all this additional countertop space all the way around. So great countertop space here in this kitchen. A couple other build components here that you can take a look at. You can pause the video here, but you can see you have that composite material in the sidewall, so no Luan. It has that composite panel in there that will basically resist moisture damage over time. That's the biggest thing with it. Solid wood cabinet doors. A lot of other campers in this size will use like a wrapped cabinet, so nice to have a actual solid cabinet door. Aluminum framing, no wooden framing on this. And you have the solar on the roof, and obviously your tank heaters, plus an 1800 watt inverter with inverted outlets. So your power switch for your inverter is right underneath here. You can hold that down to turn that on, and love that the power switch is inside for that. Standard size RV microwave. It's at a low height here, so no having to worry about grabbing something that is up high and it's like spilling on you or anything like that. And then coming around the kitchen space, two flip down storage spaces here. Storage underneath the sink, some nice shelving down underneath there. And then three drawers that will pull out. Make sure these are all the same size they are. Yep. Then you have a Magic Chef stove and oven. Love the look and aesthetic of this. This is a larger size oven than you'll see in your standard size travel trailer RV. Bottle opener there. And storage space down underneath here. Nice big spot there that you can put pots and pans. 3-burner gas stove. See that there? And then your lights and your vent fan, so it will vent out smells when you are cooking. Storage space up here, and magnet latches to hold all those closed, and you have hidden hinges, so it has a nice clean look on your cabinets. Then as we turn around this way, you have your sofa here with a table, so it does give you that spot to eat. Refrigerator is a 12-volt refrigerator. See your space inside of there. I wish this had the fridge that opens from both sides, but it does not, so it just opens from that one side. And then is there storage? I don't know if this opens up or not. I don't want to break something. I don't want to mess with that too much because there's no handles on it, so I think it's just an aesthetic thing. And there's probably electronics stored underneath there. Then you have your sofa space right here. So you have your table. This will be a jackknife sofa, so it will lift up and you can turn this into a bed. No storage underneath there. It's just a flat platform. But basically you just lift this up and it'll lay flat. You can see the hinges right there that will allow that to go flat. So this gives you another bed space. You just need to remove that table. And this table is just on this system right here where it can come out of those supports. But you can sit down right here, have a nice spot to have a meal set up, to do some work on here or something along those lines. You have a TV right there. And this is a 32-inch screen TV. This is a perfect size TV with how far you are from the TV. I think this is great. Definitely feels like with that 32-inch screen TV and a lot of other campers that it's too small, but with how close you are here, I think this feels really nice. It is a smart TV with a JBL soundbar built into the TV. And then you have cup holders on both sides. If you're wanting to work in this space, the closest outlet is right here. You'd have outlets and USB ports right there to plug in like a laptop or something along those lines. Window right behind you. Pull down blackout shades on your windows, another premium feature where a lot of campers in this size range will typically have like a pleated shade that's not going to block out all of the light. Then you have storage up above here all the way across. So really great space. And this is a long sofa. I mean, look at how long this is. If I sit down in the corner and stretch my legs out, I could almost, oh my gosh, y'all, I could almost lay all the way across this. Oh, this sofa's got to be like, dang, this thing is long. It's probably, oh my goodness, it's huge. I would say this thing is just about 6 feet long on this sofa. And I easily could sleep on this as a grown adult when I put that down into a full bed with that jackknife sofa system. That is a large size bed. So there right here is a sleeping space already built in that you can use. You have cup holders on both sides, one here and one there. And then as we turn this way, you have your bathroom. So into the bathroom, you have a porcelain foot flush toilet. You're going to have your countertop space, good amount of countertop space for this size camper. Storage space underneath here, outlet there, spot to hang some towels, more storage up there, max air vent fan, so it has that bigger vent fan, not a little cheap one. Storage space next to your medicine cabinet and medicine cabinet storage. You also have storage underneath the sink. Actually, not really, more like components underneath there. This is basically more of an aesthetic thing. And then turn to the left and you have a tub in here. So whether you have dogs or you have kids, something that you need to soak in a tub, you have space for this. I think this is a really great camper for somebody maybe with like, you know, a 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old. Gives you the space to have a tub you can soak in there. And then it has a shower miser system. So this here will actually recirculate your water until it gets hot. Once it gets hot, this will turn white. And when that turns white, then you can turn a knob over here that will send the water up to the shower head so you don't waste a single drop of water. That's precious because your gray tank storage, which is everything that will drain out of here, will fill your gray tank. That space in there is precious. You don't want to overfill that too quickly. So that will help mitigate that from filling up too fast. And if you're using a fresh water supply, where you don't have water hookups at a campsite, that will also conserve your fresh water. Now, shower height in here is not going to be great. It's going to be about 6 foot. Let's see. If I step up in here, yeah, you're maybe like 6'3" to right here, maybe 6'4" at the best, at the highest point. But me being 6'2", I mean, I can definitely make this shower work. This is something where my head goes up into the skylight, but I would just, you know, kind of duck under that shower head or hold it up over my head to take a shower, and it's still comfortable enough. You have a standard shower curtain right there, and a spot here for all of your soaps. Now this is a plastic 2-piece shower, so you can see here, and then you have your netting right there. Stainless steel sink here in the bathroom, enough space there for your hands, and that is everything in this area. Now this is what really impresses me the most. As you come back this way, and you have an actual true 60 by 80 queen size bed. So this is a residential queen size bed, and you have a bunk up over the top, which is what I think makes this such a good choice for people with kids. Or you could use this for additional storage space, or you can take it out if you don't like it. But this will also flip up, so you can flip that up out of the way if you want it up out of the way. It is strut assisted, or you can pull it down, and now you have a sleeping space, and that there is also going to be 80 inches long, and then it's, you know, spot for a single person. Or if you have 2 little ones, you can put one on one side of the bed and one on the other if you would like. Plus, don't forget, you also have the jackknife sofa. So I think this is such a cool alternative option for what you see with like traditional bunkhouse travel trailers, because traditional bunkhouse travel trailers in this size, they just don't give you a kitchen space like this. And I think this is one of my favorite campers I have ever seen, for a camper that would be considered for a family with 1 or 2 little kids. Such a cool option. Now, you'll probably grow out of this camper over time if you have kids, but I think this would be a great option when your kids are in that, you know, 2 to 7-year-old range or so. But you let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you agree with me or disagree with me on that. Underneath here, you have all the storage, plus all the goodies that you get being a ePro owner. Outlets, USB ports, again, we already looked at that. Heating is ran underneath the bed. And then underneath here, it's all just flat underneath there. Pretty easy to put in whatever mattress you want underneath here, because this is, again, just a 60 by 80 space. But this does have a pretty actually good mattress on there. That's not your super cheap RV mattress you're used to seeing. And then pull down blackout shades on all the windows, but just think of what your environment will be when you open all these up. I mean, you get a view outside the back to your campsite. You get a view out into your campsite right there, because that's your campsite. And as I get on this mattress, y'all, this mattress really, I think, would work for a lot of people without having to upgrade. Got storage space there. And that is just about everything. So that's everything on the inside. Let me know what you think so far, if you agree with my assessment of this travel trailer. And keep in mind, again, this is also just something that, you know, is just compact but good quality. So when we look at the price here, you can see $33,995 is the sales price here at this Dallas store. But if you are interested in this RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description of this video where you can find all of the different locations across the US where you can find this camper with Blue Compass and all of the up-to-date pricing. Also want to point out, this is on a swivel hinge, so you can swivel that TV around. And then let's go ahead and go outside. So in the $30,000 price range, I know I get comments like this every so often, like, oh, I can get more camper for that price. And yes, you are right. You can go get something like a Zinger over here in the $30,000 price range that is bigger for a similar price, but it's not nearly the same quality. That's aluminum sided wood frame. This is fiberglass sided aluminum framed, has frameless windows, slam latch baggage doors, solid hardwood cabinetry. I mean, so many different things that a similar camper in this size or this price range that is bigger will not have. And then on top of that, I don't like those comments because not everybody wants a big camper. Not everybody wants something that is 30 plus feet. Like this here is perfect for what I want. I don't want something that big right now. That is beyond what I want because that can't get into some of the places I want to go, especially if I'm wanting to boondock camp or dry camp. This is a much better option for me for what I want to do with my camping experience. So all things to keep in mind. Power tongue jack up front, two 20-pound propane bottles. You have your spot for your batteries there, and that can fit up to a 270 amp hour lithium battery. So a nice big space there if you want to do that. Again, molded fiberglass front cap looks really nice. This camper overall just has a cool shape. I like the look of it, how it's kind of rounded. Definitely looks different. And then underneath here, they're using one of the best stabilizer systems in the industry right now. These are like quick drop stabilizers. Yeah, you can see the name over there. They're Lippert quick drop stabilizers. So you can attach a drill to this, and these things shoot down in literally under 2 seconds when you use a drill attached to that. It is so unbelievably fast. And the way that this is designed, these things are rock solid. I have actually gone up to some campers with those down and pushed on the camper, and then gone to one that has traditional stabilizers and pushed on the camper. And it is a tremendous difference in how stable a camper with these stabilizers on is compared to one that has traditional stabilizers. It is a world of a difference with these stabilizers with how much less shake there is inside of your RV. Hookup up here for additional solar if you want to put up more solar on the outside of your camper. You get an outdoor refrigerator, and this is another thing that makes this camper so cool is it has all of your outdoor kitchen essentials. Now, you'll lose some exterior storage to have the outdoor kitchen set up, but you do get some cool stuff. You could take this refrigerator out if you want to use this for storage. And they also have a switch right here for this refrigerator as well. So that's another cool touch where you can actually kill the power to that refrigerator if you would like. Slam latch baggage doors makes those super easy to deal with. You have your awning again up over the top here, covers most of the length of the camper. One single outdoor speaker, that doesn't bother me too much because honestly, I would never use those. I would just bring my own sound bar or, portable JBL speaker or something like that, as opposed to using that speaker. You have your handle to get inside and out. It comes with a more all-terrain tire, not necessarily adding any function, but gives it a better look and just a pretty good grade tire. It's a Westlake tire, and it is a, 235 75 R15 tire, and nice looking rim. You have another spare tire underneath here. It's the same spare tire. It's not a cheaper grade tire for your spare. And then you have your tanks under here. They actually are exposed, which is kind of interesting, but they have those 12-volt heat pads. You can see it's almost stuck on there like a Band-Aid, and that there is going to keep those water tanks from freezing if you do ever find yourself needing those. You also have storage space for your sewer hose underneath here, and then this is using a torsion axle for your axle and suspension system underneath there. Those 12-volt heat pads are also good if you're towing your camper with water in the tanks in freezing or close to freezing temperatures. That is going to be another application for those tank heaters where it'll prevent your water tanks from freezing while you're going down the road with your camper. Nice metal materials here for your outdoor kitchen. Kind of cool how this function works. This actually slides in there. and then slides back into that space. But this is your 2-burner gas stove outside. So you get that space. You get some storage space here with an outlet, so you can plug in phones or different accessories here inside of that storage space. Again, slam latch baggage door on that, and it doesn't block your window to the bedroom. I love how this door doesn't block that, so you can actually leave this open and still get a full view out into your campsite with your outdoor kitchen open. A lot of other outdoor kitchens, that door will actually go up and block one of the windows, especially in bunk models. And then that brings me to another point. This is one of the few campers that is not a bunk model in this size range that still offers an outdoor kitchen, as most often to get an outdoor kitchen in a camper, they have to put it underneath a set of bunk beds. And this is one of the few where they actually found a way to give you the outdoor kitchen without needing a full set of bunk beds. Underneath here, you have more storage. This is going to be storage all underneath the bed space, so a really cool spot. In addition to having the 2-burner stove, you also get a griddle cooktop. What other camper is giving you 2 different cooktop accessories? So you get a 18-inch gas griddle here, and you have a tabletop set up there that you can use on the outside space. That table will go on this system right here, and I think that gas griddle can also go in this system right here, and your propane quick connect line is right there. Oh, and there's another one right there. So you have 2 propane quick connect lines. You could literally be cooking here and be cooking on a griddle at the same time. I mean, come on, what other campers are doing these things? This is amazing. Down here you have hot and cold outdoor shower. This is going to be a tank flush valve, so this will flush out all your black tank with pressurized water. Ladder to get up onto the roof, prep to add a backup camera. And then as we go along, oh, and you have an accessory hitch off the back, so you could put things back here like a bike rack, a rack for a generator, a rack for coolers, anything like that. Along this side, you have slide toppers already installed on the slide out box. I mean, come on, that is protecting the slide out box. This is something even like high-end fifth wheels don't do standard. And that is such a nice touch because that protects the slide out from moisture damage. It also protects the slide out from the heat penetrating on top of that slide out box, and it protects it from debris building up on top of that slide out box. Schwintek slide mechanism on the slide out. Then all through here you have your water heater there. This is a gas and electric water heater. The biggest benefit to this, in a misconception to a tankless on-demand water heater, everybody in the marketing space with RVs markets a on-demand water heater or a tankless water heater as infinite hot water, and that's just a misconception. Your tankless water heater is powered by propane, so once you are out of propane, you are out of hot water. It is not endless. It doesn't just last forever. So with this one here, you get a gas and electric heating component with a tanked water heater, and that is going to allow you to flip on both of those heating elements at the same time to get a quicker recovery rate for that water in the tank heating up. And it also gives you the ability to heat up water if you are completely out of propane. So that is one of the benefits to a tanked water heater over a tankless water heater. But y'all can let me know your thoughts on that as well. I just love when I hear marketing people and creators online making RV content saying, oh, this has a tankless water heater, so you have endless hot water. And it's like, okay, what do you have, like a infinite supply of propane? Like, that's just not true. But nonetheless, you have 30 amp power connection here, and then your water connections right here. So city water connection and freshwater fill. Right here, this is going to be, this is your freshwater fill right there. And then those are your other water connections there. And one of those, I should specify more. This is going to be for your winterization. That's what that other valve is for. So when you winterize the unit. You have your black and gray tank for the bathroom that drain right here. And then you have your gray tank that'll drain right there for the kitchen sink. And then finally, last thing, you have a little bit of storage space here. Good spot for that wheel that goes on the tongue jack. And then you have your light switch for your docking lights up front, as it does have this LED light right there up front. And that is pretty much everything. So I absolutely love this camper, but obviously I'm here to hear your thoughts and see what you think. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And last little point, this is another one that's in contention for me to buy for myself. So do you think this would be a good camper for me? Because I really like this thing, and I think there's a lot of practical features in it that I really enjoy. It is a single axle. I get a lot of people with opinions online about having a single axle trailer, which I'm not gonna lie, y'all get to me sometimes and make me think that like getting a single axle trailer is just a horrible idea. The idea on that is that if you get a blowout, there's not another wheel there to, get you to, you know, spot where you can pull off the road and whatnot. So that is something that I'm like, how likely am I to have a blowout, and is that something I should really be concerned about? I don't know. I think most blowouts do happen because people aren't checking tire pressure on their tires. I would think that's the biggest reason, and I would be much more adamant about doing that than I think the average person is. So I don't worry about it too much, but that's really the only thing about this camper that makes me a little like, do I want a tandem axle or can I get away with a single axle? But other than that, I love this thing. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. That's all I got for y'all. Oh, and if you're interested in this RV, again, link down below in the comments and description of this video to find up-to-date pricing and locations across the US with Blue Compass RV. Until next time, live firmly unbound.